Hello from Washington, D.C. I am Ralph Cicerone, President of the U.S. National Academy of Sciences.
And I'm Harvey Fineberg, President of the U.S. Institute of Medicine. Together, we want to send our greetings to all of you gathered in Lagos for the 8th annual meeting of African Science Academies.
We also want to thank the host of this year's meeting, the Nigerian Academy of Science, and in particular your president, Professor Oye Ibidapo-Obe. As the most populous nation in Africa, and with its emerging economy, Nigeria is surely benefiting from the strength and capacity that your Academy has shown in recent years to bring scientific evidence to bear on critical issues facing society. In fact, you are displaying that capacity now by focusing this year's conference on one of the most important issues of our time, climate change. We know that Africa is one of the most vulnerable continents to climate change. However, much more research is needed to accurately project the impact of climate change on a regional scale in Africa and to better understand how certain regions may or may not be able to adapt. How climate change affects changes in precipitation across Africa and how climate change relates to extreme weather and natural disasters across Africa are two areas in particular that need further scrutiny. The data collection, analysis, and modeling that are needed to understand climate change on smaller geographical scales requires local observations and input from researchers in many disciplines from across all of Africa. Conferences like this one offer an excellent opportunity to galvanize the entire African scientific community to take on these challenges.
Another area requiring closer study is the threat that climate change poses to human health in Africa. Malaria, for example, may be spreading to higher elevations in Africa that are warmer than in the past and therefore more hospitable to mosquitoes that transmit malaria. How climate change may compromise agricultural production and food security or further stress water supplies has huge implications for human health. This is largely uncharted territory when it comes to the possible links between climate change and health. This meeting, therefore, presents an enormous opportunity and responsibility for the African research community, including African National Science Academies, to highlight the ways forward in dealing with health issues related to changes in climate.
Although Africa may bear much of the brunt of climate change, it bears little responsibility for causing it. But now, as its economies develop and its populations swell, Africa, especially sub-Saharan Africa, must produce and distribute energy on a much grander scale. Doing so without further contributing to climate change is, of course, difficult, as it is anywhere in the world. As new technologies for producing clean energy and mitigating climate change emerge, they must be shared worldwide, and science academies in Africa could play a key role by identifying solutions that would work best in their respective countries. Likewise, African science academies could inform the global research community by identifying which mitigation and adaptation strategies are most effective under local and regional conditions. A major challenge for Africa and many parts of the world is to manage development in a way that builds in resilience to shocks, including those that may be related to climate change. With your ability to harness a nation's expertise and apply it to vexing problems, African academies are a smart place for governments to turn to in trying to meet this and other challenges.
One of the overarching goals of the African Science Academy Development Initiative has been to raise the voices of the African scientific community, and this annual meeting is doing just that. And it is not just Africa that needs to hear you, but the entire world as well. We are so grateful to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation for its continued support of our partnership with you. Again, good luck on a successful conference.